Whenever I think of glamour, chic, American beauty in the Hamptons, I think of Christie Brinkley. Today we're going to find out some of the things that she's passionate about and what keeps her on her toes. Well, here we are out in the Hamptons, your hometown, so to speak.
Yes.
This is amazing. You've always managed to combine beauty, brains, and exercise, and you partnered up with Danskin. Tell us a little bit about it.
You know, Danskin's created a wonderful campaign. I love it because it's a motivational campaign. It gets people up, moving, which always makes you feel better, but it goes one step further, which is to highlight the various celebrities involved in this campaign, to highlight their causes. And I think it's so important for everybody everywhere to give back. This campaign is great because it really does get you out of the armchair, gets you moving, but it also gets you to move to help people, and I love that.
What I've always loved about you is you're an international star, you're an all-American beauty, but you're a hometown girl. From speaking at the UN on nuclear non-proliferation to actually concentrating on a hospital here in Southampton for breast cancer is really interesting. Your interests are just so big and so small at the same time, and I think people love that about you.
Well, thank you. It's been my absolute greatest joy to be able to give back. It's one of the huge benefits of my modeling career was, you know, to be known enough, I guess, to be able to have an impact in the causes that I support.
My mom had breast cancer and she lived out here in Sag Harbor, and they didn't have a center like this back then, you know, which was so comprehensive and where you could come and get everything, and this has really become like a community. They send a babysitter if you need a babysitter. How did you happen to get involved with the Southampton Hospital?
Well, I've been very concerned about the growing levels of breast cancer from Manhattan to Montauk. We're at epidemic proportions here, and I believe that it's because we're all living in the crosshairs of several old, leaky nuclear reactors.
Exactly.
And I think it's very important for people to pay attention to what's going on in the environment around them. That said, when I was alarmed by the numbers, the breast cancer numbers out here, and so I work twofold to try to close nuclear reactors.
I remember that. Yeah.
Try to help the people who are dealing with the effects of the daily onslaught of low-level radiation, such as having breast cancer. And I became aware of Julie Ratner's efforts to create this legacy in her sister's honor, who died of breast cancer. Many years ago, she came up with the idea of Ellen's Run, and it was raising awareness to the cause, and it was raising funds, and now it's a reality. I hear some people saying, like, I'll put up on my Facebook page, for instance, you know, let's help you know, the children of Fukushima that are dealing with the effects of radiation, and they say, we have enough problems here at home. Well, let's deal with the problems here at home and the children in Fukushima. There's no limit to love.
You're a little yenta of the charity world.
That's why I really applaud Danskin's for allowing, you know, each celebrity the opportunity to highlight their charities.
The amazing thing is we're here at the Ellen Hermanson Breast Center, and she died in 1995 of breast cancer, which was the same year as my mom died, and my mom lived out here in the Hamptons. And I remember when she first got that diagnosis, and the different doctors she had to go to, there was nowhere to go for wigs, for any of this stuff, but you have managed to put it all in one place, and it's warm. It's almost like a spa. I mean, I wish there was something like this when my mom had cancer.
You're right, and I wish there had been something like this when Ellen had cancer. The beauty of this facility is that everything is under one roof in one self-contained space, so that if a woman is diagnosed, we can take her from diagnosis through surgery, recovery, to here. In 2007, the Breast Center at Southampton Hospital was named a Breast Imaging Center of Excellence by the American College of Radiology.
Wow.
And that's a form of accreditation that you can't buy. You have to earn it by excellence of equipment, by excellence of the doctors and the staff, the mammographers, and the people who are here.
I'm listening to Julie speaking, and I'm thinking, You are the human embodiment of Margaret Mead's expression when she says, never underestimate the power of a single individual to affect change. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has. Something to that effect. And standing here, I'm really so moved because you are the living human proof of her statement. Julie has worked tirelessly for years and years with this dream, with this image. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she worked and worked and worked, and it's here. It's now serving families, and I just can't thank you enough.
It goes back to Ellen. She was magnificent. My sister taught me two things. She said breast cancer was an opportunity, so I thought that was amazing because her body betrayed her and she was magnificent. She also taught me that you don't choose the hand you're dealt, you choose how you play it. And we started Ellen's Run 16 years ago, and it was like the genius of my sister still being here to help me and to guide me.
I kind of feel like when I walked in here this morning, I said, you know, my mom is kind of here when I do these things. Ellen's here.
Exactly.
They're here with us, and whether it's a small community or in the world, I just thank you both for contributing to Cause Celeb and having us here today. You were both extraordinary.
Thank you.
Always.
Thank you.
Oh.
Really nice.